Look how they shaking for that cash. Once again, it's on. I had no sympathy for those afraid of mystery. Come get with me, I promise passion and ecstasy. I'm alone, can I come over there tonight? Depend on me, the one to handle it and get it right. Your body is banging, baby. I love the way you flown it. Time to give it to Daddy. Shouldn't have tell me how you want it. How do you want it? How do you feel? How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up like a moon in a cascade, living in the fast lane.
Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.
It's Love Jones. It's Love Jones. Check us out as we combine our hit music with the love story. Live with Candy. It's Love Jones. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, Refugee Camp presents
for all relationships, for regrets, for disagreements, for breaking up and making up, for all those out there jonesing for love. It's Love Jones right here, right now on Global 99.5. Morning! As I dig deep for the Wheaties in me. It's a Monday, y'all. I know it, y'all. This weekend was dangerous. I don't my old lady say, but that's dangerous. Yeah, it's been that kind. It's, I'm giving to the theory. Today's been that day. Anything that could have gone wrong, it did. You know, that kind of way. Yeah. You go inside, you're riding in the car, you're running late. And the slowest person possible, that's who you're out in front. Mind you, they speed on the corner. And once they get in front of you,
they start doing too much.
Molasses. You're watching the time. You're watching them. You're watching the time. You're like, please turn no everywhere you go. They go in. Mother sick. The children's being rude. Huh?
Sure, I was in your shadow.
Man, it could have been, but I need to get rid of that little thing because that was just it. You iron up, starch up, and then it got a hole in it. Your drawers like falling down. Today just was, it was that morning. Yeah. Wait, my eye looked like I was on that different endo. Listen.
Not a different endo.
Yeah, this ain't the regular. This is like the Mary Jane times 6. My eye like on that lean.
Well.
But welcome. Don't mind that. Welcome to Love Jones. And perhaps you're having that kind of morning as well. And we welcome you as well. Welcome to our band of Jolly Few.
Merry Misfits.
You can check us out on, of course, Global 99.5. And yes, of course, we're live on Facebook for all of our live watchers. Good morning to you. How are you? Leave your commentary via Facebook. And of course, you can become our friend on the Love Jones page. And you can hit us up at 431-8497 for your text and WhatsApp as well. Twix Brothers, Magic Mike. Brother D, what's happening, man?
Been that weekend too for me.
You too?
What?
Oh, yeah,
I have an investigation. Someone took the batteries of my cordless phone.
Oi!
So I gotta.
Man, listen.
You got the police? Huh? No. Yeah, they.
That might have been what started that little fire. What?
Well, that was no little fire.
Yeah, I saw the pics.
A big fire.
And I live off the highway, so all I heard all yesterday was fire engines. Man, listen to me.
Did any homes get destroyed? I heard one home was burnt. Is that true?
Every time they have a fire,
something happens.
No,
they were saying a lot of people were at the hospital.
There's a lot of smoke,
inhalation, and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard the bowling alley was open up for persons to.
That's cool.
To overnight.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So that was
cool.
Definitely.
Portgate himself.
Boy, listen, Lord. Say what you want with him.
Yeah, he's a gangster.
He'll show up. Yeah. Where's your name? What? Sleeping bag? I got you. He got you covered. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, when I say he is a gangster in the...
I dealt with him. I know how you go. I was on a line somewhere, and he's like, excuse me. I was like, but hi, I don't know if you know how this works. I'm kind of at the front of the line. You're on the back of me, though. He said, boy, you big... Chunky too.
That's what he does.
He said you bigger than that. And chunky too. I was like, yeah, and I'm still in the front of the line.
Shout out to Mr. Billow.
I telling you, but I like his. I like the way he
Yeah,
is. And of course, prayers and good wishes to those
to the
affected.
families.
Absolutely, that had to be rough, and I'm just hoping that situation gets resolved so we don't have to have this
How that
situation
continuously
again.
go on.
So listen, here's the situation. The question before us today is: it appears to be a simple one, but some people are saying not quite.
But I answer.
It isn't?
It's the question you asked before the show started.
Yeah. Is
what's
it
so simple about
is
that?
it
No, no.
somebody say it is simple? Okay, listen. Is it ever okay to take a break from your relationship or
Yeah.
from your marriage? You be like, hold on, time out, man. I can need some time from you.
First of all, what is a break?
You don't watch Friends, eh? Remember when Monica and not Monica?
Yes,
Rachel?
Monica.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Rachel.
Rachel and
Monica, the one with the black hair.
yeah, Rachel
It was
and
Jennifer Aniston and
right,
Ross.
Ross.
Yeah, they went on a break. Now the problem is, while they were on break, I
Ross
think
got caught up.
Ross got caught up, or he dealt with someone else,
Mhm.
and that was a problem.
No, no problem. We on break.
But see, this is a part of the
They
situation
weren't
right
married,
here.
though, right?
No, they weren't married, and
they
so
were living in the same house.
they were in close quarters. I think
They
she
live,
was
like,
she was
opposite
living.
each other,
They all live in a
well,
complex.
That's fine. You can do that when you don't live together. You're not married. Yeah, break.
You could take a break. Okay, so what I'm saying is this, because we had someone write in before where he said that he and his wife were together and they were together for a really long time. And he said that they were starting to experience some financial issues. And of course, that spilled over into the other aspects of their relationship. They started to argue all the time. There was tension all the time. When they were together, they couldn't enjoy each other's company because it was always this
Something.
pre-existing stress. And that argument led into the argument about you track dirt in. That argument led into the garbage. And then, when you're upset about one thing and that becomes magnanimous in your relationship, all the other little things are affected as well.
Wow.
Then it's you didn't discipline the children and that. And so it always led to something else. And a lot of times when you have those breakdown in communication, it definitely affects your intimate relationship, your sexual relationship, your emotional relationship.
Man, it affects that. Then we definitely need a break.
Well, see, that's it. And so is it okay to take a break? Because he left saying that he's going to give her a break, an opportunity where she don't have to be all stressed out. If my presence is causing you stress and a problem, and we're arguing every time we get together, it defeats the purpose of this unity, this team. So he bowed out, and he saw that as he's trying to help her. I'm going to give you stay in the house. Let me take a break while we try to figure this out, or try to, correct the situation financially to relieve that pressure, and then we can make it work. She, though, saw it as abandonment. She didn't see it as.
Was he still doing in the house?
Now, that's the thing. He said he let her know, listen, I'm going to still do X, Y, and if you need me, I'm still present as your husband. As far as she was concerned, though, you don't walk out. I don't care how bad it gets. We have to stay and we have to work it out, and we have to deal with it.
I almost crazy.
Now, she's saying if it was boyfriend, girlfriend, then maybe you could do that. But when it comes to marriage, you gave up your right to just take a break. That's what Mike is saying. When you live in the same house and there are those joint responsibilities, you don't get time out. You don't get a break.
It sounds like an excellent idea.
No.
But if we considered it, would that be more helpful to marriages, or are we just giving people a way to bow out of stressful situations?
Okay. If it's something right, like how the gentleman said, he wasn't bowing out. What he was doing was, look, us being together, us being this close, creates the tension because of the stresses. When that tension is created, no one can think properly. No one can troubleshoot the way that we're supposed to. So let me go probably to a hotel for a week, just so that I could think.
So he moved out.
A weekend or break. A weekend or break.
No, he moved out.
Moved out and gone.
A weekend and then a weekend or break.
That don't need like
a weekend or break.
Sprinkle
Yeah.
sugar on it.
I go away for a week all the time.
No, but you still be working and stressing out.
No, he moved out.
Like in a different apartment.
Yeah, or back to the. He moved out.
Right.
Take things,
and
clothes.
a weekend or break.
No, you only come right back to And I don't. If things are that difficult, I don't think you can solve those issues in a week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that was his thing. Okay, for me to go for a weekend, what I gonna do? come right back. Okay, I've been gone. Maybe you missed me, maybe you didn't, and I come back and the problems are still here. The credit cards are still maxed out. All these things are still here when I get back.
But it and there's several factors when it comes to that, because it's a situation where it could go either way. It's a chance you're taking, whether you stay
you leave,
or you decide to take a break.
I think.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go on.
No, but the thing is, it depends on the conscious level of both persons. You see what I'm saying? That has a big factor to doing it. Now, like the woman said, she feels like he abandoned her. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying that he did it to help her.
Right.
So
is that just the different way that men and women see things, or just the different way that people just take things in?
Right.
Because as far as he's concerned, okay, obviously we need a breather. I don't want to be in this situation to the fact where we hate each other.
They have kids?
So I leave. I don't think they had children at the time. But of course, children adds a whole other complexity to the situation.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
to have to explain, because it's not just you. Now you have explanations to offer little people as well. Not to say, depending on their age, the explanation is gauged by how old they are. But at the same token, you got to explain why mommy exiting or why daddy's exiting, and either you tell the truth or you have to tell them some kind of lie. But either way, an explanation has to be given. Yeah. And they see it as not just leaving the person, but you're also leaving me as well. Yeah. So, there's a lot. So the question that I asked on Facebook this morning was, though, if you take a break from your relationship, is that a telltale sign of what's before you? Does that mean that you don't have the vigor? That means that you don't have the stamina to withstand this relationship? Does it mean that you don't love this person enough to forge on, to fight? What does it mean if you need to take a break?
It don't mean nothing. It just means that you need to take a break. You need to take a break. That's it. Listen to me.
Do you get to take a break, though? Life is hard. You don't get to press pause on life. Hold on. No, I'm asking a question because, like I said, life is rough. Work is rough. You don't get to tell your boss, look here.
Yes, you do.
You and y'all people, it's called vacation.
Thank you.
Yeah, but when them days are finished, though, when the 6 days gone, vacation gone, and that just happens to be the time when everything is elevated to that point of stress, you don't get to press pause and say, oh, your customers and this and that getting on my nerve. I just need to take a leave. Oh, you could, but do you come back to a job? That's the question.
I just do that.
Yeah, but you're in a different you're in a different field, bro.
You work for you.
No. Even when I was working for people.
You saw it.
You should just press pause.
Well, that's why you work for you. Nah, because people can. I see it. That's why you work.
Then there's that. Then there's that. Yeah, note to self. Yeah.
But I honestly think that you should be, because I remember my parents used to do it. Like you said, it was probably like for a week or so. But like my mom would go away for a week or whatever. My dad would.
A week in hope. Right?
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying I think that you should be able to take a break from the things that stress you out. That's the wife, the kids. I wouldn't say the bills, because I mean the reality of it is you still have those bills looming. Those bills are still there. But as far as the wife nagging you as much as she is about the bills, the kids nagging you about the cereal and about cartoon, and they want to go to the mall and all that other craziness. I think that you should be allowed to take a break from that.
No, I agree. It just ain't happening.
I agree.
I love that. I mean, let me know. You have any paperwork I can submit?
I agree, because a lot of times, unfortunately, that's how the other person is going to perceive it, that you're walking away and you're leaving me holding the bag. I'm sorry.
That's leaving you holding the bag if I'm still helping you.
That's just human nature. What I'm saying, when I say leaving me holding the bag, you're leaving me here in the tempest of the storm.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Especially when kids are involved. If you decide you're going to leave, and the kids, like I said, like Candy said, the kids add another dimension to the issue.
They're there, and if you exclude yourself from that situation, you say, guess what? I need to go to stay by the old lady, or I need to get this little room or whatever. Okay, so that's your break. But here I am, and here are the 2 kids, the 3 kids, or the whatever. I'm still here with them. I have just the kind of stress that you have, and then you get to walk away. We both can't walk away as parents.
Then I walk away first. I take a break first, and then you take a break.
So we can keep taking breaks and pausing on our marriage and our relationship.
No, it ain't about.
Understand what I'm saying? I get where you're coming from. Lord knows, because I need one little. I need to
Push
take that
pause?
break. Something I need.
Remember cassette tape? You could just
Pause.
Yeah, like the old school something,
Yeah.
and it stay there until you come
Till you
back.
come back, right.
Yeah, and you press it again, and then the little two little things start
Not really.
spinning again.
Yeah.
Either that or oh, what was it? Calgon, take me away. Everything paused. You remember that, man?
You remember that?
D acting like he's so young. You ain't got that much in. You ain't that infamous around your mouth. It was like this bubble bath type situation, and it's like you pour it, and Calgon took you away from everything.
Okay.
You jump in the tub, and it's like, oh, all gone,
Yeah,
everything.
you gotta use body. That's not. I don't think Calgon.
Well, you see that, eh? And body that's like pricey.
That's what they saying.
You guys take a break just to take a
I
break.
know.
Jeez. Listen,
I get loan for body. That's.
at the y'all full of foolishness today, you know. But at the end of the day, I get it. As human beings, we need breaks. But what does it say though when the hard times come and you need and you bow out? How is that perceived not just by you but your partner? How does your partner see it? And I think I get it that you as an individual, you need to do things for your well-being. At the same token, isn't that a part of what commitment is though? You're not just
Yeah,
for the
but
good
you gotta-
stuff,
you
but the
gotta-
rough stuff.
Yeah, Candy, but you got to take it. First of all, you said taking a break and bow out. That's two different.
Thing.
It is, but the reason I said bow out is because that's how I remember right before that I said how it's perceived.
Right.
Right.
Let's perceive it.
And that's what I'm saying. You as a person, most of the time, only you know how much you can take. And
Correct.
sometimes even that we're mistaken on. We think that we can endure far more
Than we
than we're
actually can.
actually capable of. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, like for instance, oh Lord, it'll tie in. I was watching Naked and Afraid last night.
Mhm.
That's the whoop. And there's this guy on there. I think he was like 52 years, but he was like an ex-police officer, ex-soldier. He'd been through some ish. Pumped, in great shape, and he was a spiritual person. He said his faith keeps him grounded with his marriage and all the things that he's been through as far as war, what he saw on the streets and all of that. And as they were going through the process, he found a stick that was shaped like a cross. And he's like, wow, this has to be a sign. And so like the second or the third day in, he's chopping wood to make this kind of shelter for them. And he starts wheezing and heaving. And he looks as if he's going to faint. So he says, call the medic. Now, usually the people off don't get involved unless it's a medical emergency. Medic comes in and says, yo, his pressure is to the point where he simply cannot go through with the 21-day challenge. And he started to cry. He said, babe, I mentally prepared myself for this. For my age, I am set. I am physically fit. I'm good. I have faith. What else do you need in a situation such as this? His mind and his body, though, weren't necessarily in sync, and he was not as strong as he thought he was. That doesn't mean that he didn't have less commitment to what it was that he wanted to do. It didn't mean that he wasn't determined, but he just was not able to do so. And sometimes that's what marriage and relationship and life is. You commit yourself wholly and solely. So for some of us spiritually, we meditate, we do those things to keep us in sync with that calm part. But then there are things that happen and things that exist that just don't work along with us. And maybe knowing your own strength and your own weaknesses, maybe if we're more understanding of other people, we'll understand the need for a break. But what is a break? Is a break moving out of your house, your marital home, and living somewhere else? Is that a break? Or is a break saying, listen, I need to go sit out on the beach for a while because you're running me hot and I need a space?
It can be both.
No, but I mean, here's the thing.
What is deemed a break? Because some people are going to hear it and they're going to be like, yeah, that's what I can say. I need a break.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Let's say you go for 2 months and you come back.
Yeah.
Things will probably still be the same.
Right.
Because as far as when I see the term break, I think you need to like you talked about meditation.
Yeah.
I think you need to make that a practice. You need to be able to spend time with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Life is hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you need to start. Like, I love time alone. I get up 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning, and I spend time with myself. That's before my wife gets up, my kids gets up.
Mm-hmm.
That's my little break right there. That charges me. That helps me to charge to get ready for the day. But as far as, go ahead.
That's why a lot of men have a man cave, because the man cave allows them to be able to tell the wife, look here, don't leave me alone.
But them children, they no respect.
No,
No, not for me.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. I light candles at night, and I said before entering the room, I said,
I can see what it is.
like the place where they do the laundry. I say, I done wash this here, I done feeds here, I done entertains here.
Yeah.
Everybody good? Yes, ma'am.
Leave me alone.
Great. I said, I don't want my ma. You know when people say that? And my old lady been going a couple years
Yes,
well.
no.
I said, I don't want my ma knock on my door. I say, you done paid, you done got on clean clothes, you done eat, on cable jamming, game playing, everybody batteries on the we good. I say the place ain't on fire, everything locked, the cat done had pate, door locked, everybody good? Yes. I said, don't knock on the instant I locked my door and I put my burner on and I started my aromatherapy. The moment my head hit pillow, Mommy, yes. I opened the door. I draw his feet.
Yeah.
What could you say?
That's what I saying.
What? Buddy, listen to me. Because you and gangster. My parents.
Let me tell you what happened to me last
Buddy,
night.
listen to me. My parents. Growing up, my parents was on the run. If we say don't come to this door, guess what?
They answer you.
No, and they mean that.
I get it, but even if you don't answer, my children, like my daughter, now the other two, they older. Fine. We talking about 12 and 18. Yeah, whatever. All right. They'll WhatsApp me.
Little 5-year-old.
So look here, the little snickerdoodle in the freezer, I can't get that in. But Madam 5,
Well, that's the thing. I have 6.
she ain't on your
They
bed.
fell asleep in my bed last night. I took them in their bed.
And they just come right back.
Before I got there, I
done
didn't see when
behind
they
you.
passed me through.
They done in there. Yes. So break what? Break who? Who you talking to? No, this happened to me. Literally, you rest them down and you turn right.
I finished.
What?
And they just
Why
want,
did
you know,
do that.
they travel in packs.
How did literally you'll put them down, you'll be like time as you turn and under the cover and everything. Set.
Comfortable.
I mean, but if you want to use your bed,
Mike said this.
travel in packs. Build a beast and they listen to me.
The one ain't gonna leave the next.
No, and so that means you got two in your hands.
Yes, one ain't gonna
And
leave
that's
the
what I'm
next.
saying. I think we talk about it and we say that we can zone everything out, and it's harder. It's life, like we said, is difficult to deal with as a sole party.
Yeah.
When you have your own concerns, your own stresses, the stuff in your responsibilities at work, and now you have children and their feelings to consider. You know, you've got their homework and the responsibilities for that. And then you have this other person that you're involved with, and how you respond and how you deal with things affect their emotional well-being as well. Because if you say, guess what, I just need time and like, I'm gonna just lean back for a while. Then if they're going through something, it's like, well, now you're not there when I need you. So it's like a really vicious cycle. And that's why we have to really make sure that we make the lines clear when we talk about what is a break. Is a break allowed once you're in? I think when you're in a committed relationship, it's a little bit different than marriage. But at the same token, when you're in a committed relationship, is that not prep for marriage?
Yeah.
So a lot of times the things that you do within that relationship will dictate the things that you do within your marriage.
It's easier to take a break in a committed relationship.
Because
Yeah, it is.
But a
it
marriage-
is.
break.
Because even though it's a committed relationship, it's still not
You still
Committed.
have somewhat of separate lives.
right.
Yeah.
You're not like
You're
with a
together,
marriage.
but you can,
Right. You can still walk away with a marriage.
2 weeks ago, I was in Panama for a week.
yeah.
When I came back, my wife and kids went away for a week. She wanted me to come, but I couldn't come because it was such short notice. I need a break from these kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, you at Disney though? She's like, but still the kids here.
Oh, she said she needed a break from the kids.
Yeah. Because she dealt with the kids when I was in Panama.
Right. And now she
And now
has them
she
there.
has them in Disney.
Yeah.
And they buck wild in Disney.
Yeah,
Like, Mickey
definitely.
running from them.
Yeah. I think he like, wait.
Mickey's like, dude, you want a leash?
It's like it. A mousetrap, maybe.
You see what I'm saying? So she, and my thing is, listen, you at Disney, man. I mean, it's
She was like, I don't go.
no. Mm-mm.
They was hell.
And so that's what I'm saying. Do you know, is there a possibility for a break? How do you keep yourself mentally fortified?
You have to find some. That's why people say, get a hobby. Seriously, you
find
need something
something.
to take your mind. That's
And so we're back again.
It's a mental thing, you know. So you need a mental break.
And that's what I'm saying. Do you have to create situations where there's a consistent thing where you can have something else to focus on, where you don't have to take these breaks, or do you still need breaks in order for you to be able to cope? That's what we're saying, because you know the situation that we had before us, you know, she is saying right now, her husband is saying, look, I need a break. We've been married for 22 years. We were together from high school. Like, I ain't saying I tidy your mug, but I
just want you on me right now.
Please.
You might as well just separate then.
But that's she sees it as, so what you're saying is we're separating, and he's saying no, we're still married. We still have all of the things that married people do. I just need to be somewhere else right now. While I figure some stuff out. And she's like, figure what out? Because if you're trying to figure out whether you want to be in this marriage, then that's exactly what it is. It's a separation.
Why? If the man say you need to figure some stuff, if she had said she needed to figure some stuff out, she would expect him to respect the fact.
No. If your wife came to you and say, look, I need to move on for a little bit. I got some stuff to figure out. What do you see that as?
I can
ask her
you leave it on your separation. That's how I can see it as.
I especially then, because I can be like, okay, so
and if I go there, I should probably see it the same way too.
You finally see what we see.
You need to get married, man. You get married. You'll understand.
You just sing a whole lot of tune game.
Yeah.
We shall. You'll be there singing a whole other tune.
You come back on the show after a year. I want to apologize.
Listen, all the things I used to say.
You'll see a whole other thing, King.
Right. Listen here.
I was talking about.
Yeah.
What?
Remember them dates?
What? Yes, but.
Hey, brother. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Is it the way that we choose to see things, or is it legitimately that's the way it is? Because her attitude is, listen, I understand as people, you need space, but like you said, that's what taking some time out with the boys, or maybe saying, guess what, I need some time. I'm going to chill out on the beach for a while by myself. I don't want to do the couple thing. I just need some time to me. She said she sees that and understands that, but there's a difference between that and moving out of your marital home
To me, there is.
to say that, hey, I need to figure some stuff out. And I think generally when you say stuff like that and you don't, when you generalize it, right. When you generalize it and you say, I need to take a break to figure some stuff out, it's like, so does that stuff include me?
If she
does
said
it
that,
include, like,
if
do you
she-
want to be in this marriage? What?
If she said, he could have put her mind and be like, no, it have nothing to do with you. It's just some stuff that I need.
And that's
to
everything.
To be honest, she wouldn't have believed him. Let me just say that.
Then why?
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, then why are you coming out where I is?
Because-
for?
what I'm saying,
the
right?
situation is me
No,
being.
it have nothing to do with
Yeah.
it. Has everything to do with you. That's the truth.
No, but it may not have nothing to do with her. It may just.
How could it
may
not?
just have to do with what is going on. Trying to mentally sort out certain things and how to put certain things in place. Being there, the constant reminder of certain things, the constant nagging, the constant pressure, the constant pushing may be too much to be able to deal with that, as well as figure out what he needs to do so that the constant could stop.
So what are you trying to say? You get right back to what he's saying.
Understand what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it as if I'm not a part of the solution, then I must be a part of the problem. If I, as your wife or your mate, cannot help you through these things, which is what we were geared to do. If I can't help you through those things and I cannot be a part of the solution, or I'm not, then more than likely I'm a part of the problem. You just said without the nagging or whatever. So that means I'm either attributing to it or I am the source of the
But,
issue.
okay, even though you may be attributing, that don't mean I want to leave you. That means I just need you to shut up for a couple of minutes so I could figure it out, and you're going to shut up.
But
so
how am I
need to get
not
away
to see
from
that
it.
as leaving me when you say you're moving out of where we are? And
No, it's
understand
not-
what I'm saying. Remember that time when the lady said she moved out and then she tasted freedom and she was like, oh, hell no, I ain't going back. You remember that? So I think that's the fear of a lot of people. Once they have ejected themselves from that situation, like, am I going to like this freedom so much and this not having to answer and not having these
You can
kinds
like
of
that for a while.
responsibilities?
I was just gonna say you can like that for a
a
minute,
while.
but it can go right back.
But eventually,
where you go?
reality can kick in you. But what the hell?
Yeah.
What? Like, what my wife is?
I mean, not in every case, but a lot of times.
Yeah, because
What
some
would you-
people, boy, once that goat get loose,
Yeah.
he's be out eating turnips and all kinds of
Yeah.
things.
And here's the
He's
thing,
in the
because
field gone.
you
Like,
know,
what?
because people think that, you know, I guess they use the terminology, or they use the term "the grass is green on the other side." Once they taste that,
Yeah, they gone.
But I tell them, the grass look green on the other side because it's full of mess.
But you don't know the water bill. It could be AstroTurf, all you know. But that's shine though. A lot of people don't care. It's just the fact that I now have the freedom to go and explore what's over there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times,
and
honestly,
what are they talking about?
it's-
Sex?
I mean, it's only so much different position you could do.
That's what I said. We talking about.
And so much toys.
Let me tell you, something. You can end up missing the stress. You end up missing the stress, you know.
It becomes a part of
Your
guess,
identity.
normalcy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It becomes a part
It
of your
becomes- it
identity.
becomes
And
your
when I say the
normal-
stress,
your
You know, some
normalcy.
people complain about work, and then they're on vacation and then they go absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
well, not me.
No, but there are some
No
people
deal.
like that.
No deal.
No, you always got to be doing something, even if it's not work related. You always have to
That's
busy
like-
yourself with something. So don't give me that. You even
That's
if
like
you're
most-
not working, he have to be
Yeah.
doing something.
So
you
you
don't
still
just
working.
sit and just be still.
No.
So
Look at most
yeah.
police officers. Most police officers.
The
why
show
they-
about me.
Anyhow, the man said we gotta take a break. I wasn't talking. I mean, I just saying. We're gonna take a break
Yeah, you're
and
talking
we're
about this
gonna
after
get
the
into
break. I mean, or during the break.
we're gonna answer some of those WhatsApps, but we're talking about break. Is it breaking up or just really is just taking a break? How do you see things? Do women and men view it differently? I'm curious to know. 431-8497 or leave us a little something on Facebook. We're taking a break on Global 99.5. This is Love Jones.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, baby? How did you know I needed you? How did you know I needed you so badly? How did you know I'd give my heart gladly? Yesterday, I was one of the lonely people. Now you're lying close to me, making love to me. I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, angel? How did you know I'll be the one? Did you know you're everything I prayed for? Did you know every night and day for? Every day, needing love and satisfaction. Now you're lying next to me, giving it to me. I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Ah, kiss me, you sexy thing. Touch me, baby, you sexy thing. I love the way you touch me, darling. You sexy thing. Oh, sexy, you sexy thing. sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Oh, touch me. Kiss me, darling. I love the way you hold me, baby. It's ecstasy. It's ecstasy. Sister, baby. I love the way you kiss me, darling. It's ecstasy. Love the way you hold me. Keep on loving me, darling. Keep on loving me, baby.
I believe in miracles.
Y'all see that thing in there? I sure they can see it on the camera. See what they call this?
Are you petty? You know, that's an eagle.
Off the global mascot.
Y'all might as well get out of the mic.
He was sitting there and you running. So look here. We're back on Love Jones, Global 99.5, Magic Mike, Brother D, and Candy sitting in. Listen, so we were having a conversation, we were taking a break about this break situation. The people that have been married for umpteen years, we say there's no such thing as break.
The break is a divorce.
Yeah, they like pretty much that's how they kicking it. If you need to take a break from me, and you done made these vows, I remember saying that before. Yo, I need a break. Break? Your break ended, and you said I do. I'm like, that's petty. But that's how a lot of people see it, right? Like the thing is, you know, that's how people see it. You're supposed to be turned on all the time. You're supposed to be what everybody needs you to be. At work, you got to be the boss, or you got to be whatever your functionality is at work. You have to do that. At home, you have to be what's needed at home. For friends, you got to be what's needed for friends. Like, and in your relationship, the expectation is you got to dig in. And when the times get rough, that's when you're supposed to get going. That's the way that it is seen. That's the way the rule book has been printed. And when you want to kind of veer from that, that becomes a problem. You know, Nate was saying off air, you're supposed to create a safe space in your relationship where you could say, hey, shut up. You getting on my nerve right now. You running me hard.
Nate's never been married.
Clearly.
That's
yeah. You don't. Yeah. No, that kind of that comes back like the mascot. That you don't get to just say that. But everyone's in their feelings these days. We talked about that. And what's important to me should be important to you.
Why?
Because that's the way it's kind of out.
What's important to you, I should respect, but I don't have to. I don't.
There goes another non-married man.
Yeah. You'll keep coming back.
I know, right? Like,
you just don't.
When did that fly married?
I don't. You keep it up. His lifespan is gonna be pretty short, and he keep this up.
You know, the boss by default.
It's. I think it's easy to say, but to do, I think there are repercussions to breaks, whether we want to admit it or not. It was the case on the show that we were talking about. They had a break. She saw that as kind of like breaking up, but she went along with it. Hey, if that's what you need in order to come back. See, that's the thing with break. People expect after the break now, you come back and things are pristine, things are better. There's a certain expectation with taking this break. It's like vacation. When you take vacation from work, your boss expects you to come back. You refresh now. You had vacay. Now it's time to hit harder than you were before. That's the expectation when you take breaks. It's like now that you're back and you've had your break, now I can dump everything back on you because you've had your breather. That's usually what happens. And it ends up worse than it was before. And unfortunately, a lot of times the person you're taking a break from, like I said, they see it as either I'm a part of the issue or it's a bad idea, because either you're going to taste this freedom and you're going to run never to return, or I will. I'm going to enjoy the fact so much that you're gone. Then I discover that I don't need you. Since you need to take a break, then I will function without you. And when you come back, there'll be no place for you to come back to. And that's what it is. Because my thing is, a lot of people, that's the way they see it. I think it's gotten me into problems in my relationships because I feel as if there's no man left behind. I always gotta do G.I. Joe. I always gotta be that half a hero. You know what I mean? I just always have to be. And the harder I fight against that mentality, it seems like the worse it gets. Like, I feel as if it's gonna break, it'll be because you break it, not because I broke it. Like, I always feel like I gotta dig my heels in. And unfortunately, it's what I typically expect from my mate as well. If I dig in and I'm in deep and I'm in all the way, I expect you to do the same. And when you don't, or you don't have the mental capacity, I feel as if you're bowing out on me. And that's not necessarily the case, but that's what it feels like. Listen what I said. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it feels like. You understand what I'm saying? It's like how I guess your kids see it that way, and that's why they knock on the door. You don't get to take a break. What you mean? But you love me. So I need you. And so when I need you, I should be able to call on you.
Yeah, you can
But
call me.
unfortunately, that's not what life is. Sometimes in order for me to be able to be there when you need me, I need to take a break.
Go on the beach.
So I guess
For
break
an hour.
is as long as you can.
Yeah.
That's it.
I gonna go on the
Break
beach.
just like I used to break in school.
I gonna
Take a break, then take lunch,
And then
then after
then
school.
playtime
Yeah,
to school.
yeah.
I can take a break in Florida.
For what, a week?
I can be on the beach.
Lord, let me order this wheelchair because boy, it could be a while before you get down this aisle, King. Because you still on a different movement.
Like I auto on drip too, eh?
Yeah, because this ain't. I can need a couple little things. Because this ain't look like this could do. Okay,
So do it
Keish says, hold on. Keish says, hi, y'all. If they already have a communication problem, moving out is not a good idea.
agree.
Regardless of his intention, it looks like he bailed. That's what I was saying. How do you help with communication
That's
if you
a woman.
subtract yourself?
That's a woman
What
said
you
that.
mean?
No, but I agree.
Man, wait.
Who wrote that?
Get out of here. It is a lady, but he gonna say that's a woman would saying that. Nobody. Okay, so someone else says,
Keisha.
"Amen, Candy. This is no go and comeback game. Take a break, then take it for good.
And that's another female.
Whatever, bro." Candy, marriage is supposed to be teamwork. The partners don't have the luxury of taking breaks. See, that's what I'm saying.
That's another female, right?
No,
But
Liar. I know you can do that.
Teamwork is
Come
another.
on, yo.
I
Teamwork
can
is
show you
another
the
issue.
wipe, you
You
know.
didn't show me nothing. You can pull up someone else.
You know what? You
Why?
know, it's a good idea. They need to.
See what break did for me? What the name is? Don't call the
Oh,
name.
okay,
but,
okay.
oh, shut your mouth.
Well,
Now all of a sudden it's a dude. It's like, oh, okay. Understand what I'm saying? We know the person and we understand the stipulations and things that went along with that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times, most people that you talk to, a break does not end well. I don't know one time that the
That's what I'm
break
saying.
did well. I get it. I
Because
get
the-
the circumstances and what you need. But most of the time, the people are going to see it. If we don't thug it out together, and if that's how marriage, and when you're in a relationship with someone, that's basically how people see it. Me and you against the world, baby. You know?
What?
And yeah, see, I can't deal with you. What you mean? So how does man?
Why you stressed yourself? This boy can't get married. He get married.
I got a headache for his soon to be
Marriage can
wife.
last but a week.
I got a headache for any wife that
You
he
be
trying to take
the
off.
perfect person for that contract.
Listen, I
What?
get it. Like when you get heated and you have to detract yourself from that present situation. But,
It is what it is.
but you can't. You
Don't be
understand
on
what
the
I'm
beach in
saying?
Florida. Break. I tell my wife that, she'd be like, yeah.
When you come back,
There you go.
your things
I'd
out.
be like, when Mikey don't work.
Cause you want break, Igga.
Why Mikey?
So she keep.
I'm a break the ball. Like, yes, you are.
No, hey, I hear you.
Why
not
my
in,
black pants blue?
But you can't come
Why
in.
my
Yeah,
black pants white?
yeah, no, it's done. And
Oh,
so
man.
that's what I'm saying. Generally, I understand the premise behind it, but most people in a marriage or when you're committed, it's going to be taken as you don't have the passion that's needed to stay in this, to be in this. You can't just be in it when it's good. You have to be able to dig in, and you got to be there when it gets tough and rough.
But when
But
is
unfortunately,
enough though?
That's what we're leading into. So if I do that and I dig in and I stay, regardless of how bad it gets between us or with this situation, does it cost me my self-breaking? Does it cost me my mental fortitude? Does it cost me an emotional break?
That's cost me my life.
Does it cost me? So at what point is enough for me to prove that I'm in this, but I need to do this for me? Or Or what are we saying here?
This is my thing. Like with that, if the person genuinely loves you, remember we talk about selfish versus selfless.
Yeah.
If I told you I had a woman, this was years ago, and she said to me, what do you do when you're with someone that you don't want to be with anymore? And I look at her and I said, you leave. And she looks at me and she says, you do realize that I'm talking about you, right? I said, yeah. I said, that doesn't change the answer. You leave. I said, because it makes no sense for you to stay here. Who?
Just lie away.
Who?
Not just kidding.
I say, you. It makes no sense for you to stay here and make me miserable.
You told her that for real?
Yes.
If someone comes to me and say, you realize nothing but you. I mean, what?
Oh, I thought you was talking.
No.
Just say one of your friends?
No. I said, yeah, you leave. So, I mean, the reality of it is if I'm with someone and they say they need a break, whether it means that they want to break up or whether it means that they just need time to themselves, I'm going to give them that.
For as serious as you take marriage, and I'm assuming that's why you've not done so as
Probably.
yet. For as serious as you take marriage, your wife now comes to you after you've waited and made certain that there were certain things that have to be in gear for you to make that ultimate commitment. And then your wife comes to you and say, hey, I need a break. How do you take that?
How come what break? What break you go?
See? You see that? No, I believe you. Mike, you don't believe they said that too passionate. And I could see him saying that to her dead, cold cut. I believe you. No, he ain't playing. No. The WhatsApper says, nope, we can take your first answer. It's like Jeopardy. You don't get to do it over. No. Like when the guy said, what's the garden tool? Bing! Yeah, that right in the first one. No. I think the issue is when the load of the marriage is not equally distributed. Anytime when one partner feels things are unfair or they are overloaded, issues arise. They need to look at how the family affairs are distributed and try to make compromises. If I'm paying all the bills or if I'm dealing with the kids or all of these things, something is on you all the time. It gets to be tiresome. Balance is what is definitely needed.
The problem with that, and I totally agree.
Sometimes it's just not. Yeah.
What is, I mean, the husband always feel like he's doing more and the wife always feel like she's doing more.
I was just going to say that. Both
How do
parties
you
are
create
always
a
going to feel that way.
A lot of times you see it as
like,
even
no.
distribution.
No, because the wife, especially
That's
she
not
deals,
easy, but it ain't
especially
easy.
the wife deals with the kids more than the husband does. She's gonna say, "Oh, but I deal with the kids," and he's gonna say, "But I deal with the bills. I pay the bills."
No, I think there has to be balance.
No,
with that.
I understand, but I'm saying that's how
someone will always
That's
see
how
I do
it's
more
typically
housework than me
made
than you. Someone will always say I pay more bills than you.
Yeah.
They will always, as far as balancing and both persons seeing that balance, it's gonna be difficult.
But sometimes, the thing that is causing the issues within it sometimes are things to the exterior of the relationship. And, the things that you have going on, listen, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. There's always going to be something. And a lot of times it's compounded by issues that you may have with communication. And unfortunately, communication gets more difficult to be had when things get difficult.
Yeah.
It's easy to communicate and laugh and stuff when things are good, but when things get difficult, everyone is in their feelings.
Tense.
Things start to get tense. When you say A, they take it as B, C, D, and E. No, I just said A. No, but what you meant was, and so it adds to the difficulties that you have with communication. So that's the first problem. And then now you compound that with being tired or stressed out at work, or there's so many stuff going on at work. And then you compound that by either you got the flu or you ain't feeling good or whatever. And then there are the stresses of everyday life, of family needing this one, borrow that.
Who?
Yeah, that. And then if you're trying to find time for yourself, if you're in the men's choir, or if you're surfboard with the ladies, then there's battling over time for that. There's a lot that life offers. And unfortunately, that's what people are saying what being a grown-up is. You don't get to run.
I still stuck on the family calling and doing what?
Yeah, sometimes the family, this MP,
I never have it.
they need that and that.
I have it.
No?
No.
So when your lady call,
You had to say.
daddy, uncle,
Who?
what? The children? No?
I could see what I could do. I can go. I can watch some dance.
You special. I can't do it.
And then there's
I
that.
officially said it. You special. I can't. You ain't got on no horsey shirt either.
Yeah.
I just said that. Okay, put you.
Anybody wants
Yeah,
to
you
do
leave
it?
your horsey home. I can't talk to you. Come back when you bring the horsey with you. I can. We put you.
I'm sure with flags on it.
I want that. I tell you, horsey. See, that's your problem now. You don't listen, horsey. So that's what I'm saying.
Man.
We don't. I guess, unfortunately, that's the way it's seen.
But that's because we're selfish people. We want what we want for ourselves. We don't consider the other person. If the other person needs time for whatever reason, and the reality of it is, if the person needs a break from the marriage or from the relationship or from whatever, and they go out and they get into a relationship with someone else, my feel is that was always their intention. They just wanted a reason to go out there and get with someone else.
Well, that's why people are saying identify what break is, because if you take a break, you now open yourselves up to those temptations and those things. So if you're going to take a break, then just call it a split to begin with. Let's don't fool ourselves, because that's what it is. When
think
someone
so.
asks you, let's be real about it. Let's be real about it. Either you're in or you're out. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's not I'm married, but I live in there right now. What? Yeah, what you talking? So you're separated then? No, I still. But
if a person says that, oh, well, I'm married, but I don't live there. Putting the door to the person they're talking to say to them, I'm interested in you, because even if you are out of the house, like let's use that situation, if he is at his mother's house and the wife is where she is, and he goes and the lady says to him, oh, well, she's like, no, baby, I'm married. If we deal with certain things, it's no reason to say, oh, I'm married, but we on break right now. Why are you putting the break right now there?
I hear you, but at the end of the day, why not? That's what the situation is.
That ain't your business.
It may not be, but it still doesn't change the fact that that's what it is.
But
I'm saying it doesn't make it the other person's business, but the reality of it is that's what the situation is.
I
So
get that.
saying that, unless you're interested, whether you're interested or not, saying what truth is, it doesn't change the fact that
The
it
truth
is what
you're
it
married.
is.
The truth is you are married.
And the
Whether-
truth also is you ain't living with your wife.
Okay,
but you're not living with your
but-
husband.
But that is not the point. Married, unless you are separated, unless you are divorced, that is what's relevant. To say, "Oh, I'm married,"
What is
but
separated?
let me rephrase it then. Legally separated.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
You know how many people on this island separated, but they never did the legalities of it?
I know a lot.
So
And most of those persons, they won't even tell you that they married. They'll be like, "Well, look, I was married, but we separated." They'll say that I was married, but we separated.
they'll just say
They just
separated.
say- Yeah.
And a lot of people take that as, okay, well, then you're on your way to divorce. And that's how things get misconstrued. Because that
people
doesn't
don't
mean you're
ask,
on
'cause I
your
can
way.
ask you. We'll say y'all getting a divorce. Say, well, no, all right. You're separated then.
But see, that's you. Most people, they only want here separated. That means that's my footing. Let's be real. That's what it is. Separated
Some-
good. Thanks. That's all.
Some
No need to say
ain't gonna
more.
be a foot.
No need to say nothing else.
Maybe a foot.
Because they ain't gonna be in the door. But see, what I'm saying is when we do that, you do open the door. So you have to ask yourself, does distance or separation make the heart grow fonder, or just that more distant?
It just depends. I mean, it just depends. On
Because if you and I aren't living together, how are we working on our communication
and that's
issues?
the thing, because if you go back, things will be the same. Because you haven't worked on.
Not,
the only way to
and
deal
not
with
only that,
issues is
how
to
do
take the
they
issue
get
on
better?
face
Because
on.
now you have an option to just dip.
And most of the times, persons will dip. Well, I won't say most of the time. It's a 50-50
Now
thing.
that you know it's an option,
Yeah.
I mean, well, see, a lot of people see it as,
And then you have some influences, boy.
of
You
course.
have some temptations.
Well, you
boy.
up there now? Let's
You have
go.
to-
Let's go
yeah,
chill. Let's
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ride.
Your guy friends, your girlfriends, they could be like, do it.
Let's go chill.
Let's
Let's go
What
rule.
you saying?
Mm-mm.
You know, this the
I don't like
time
people-
now. You ain't got nothing to worry about?
I don't like
You in there?
people. No.
She in there?
Don't worry about that.
Even if that's not the case, what I'm saying is now that you know that I can just walk away from this and I say it's a break, now that you know how it has an option, what is the thing that compels you to continue to weigh in, to be present, to work on your situation? When you can just say, I need a mental break, I need an emotional break, and you turn away from it. I'm not saying that it's not warranted, but what I'm saying is we need to consider that it is equally as dangerous as it could be helpful.
Yeah, because it's hard to work on a situation if you're not,
you're not there.
in the situation. How can you work on it if you're not in it? If
You
that
can only
makes
do
sense.
so much via phone.
Yeah, I'll meet you. Yeah, well, let's talk for an hour on the beach and see if we can sort this out.
This whole 20-year marriage, these waves though.
Let's figure this out.
And the
Just,
sea goes
just
so
we only need
pretty.
an hour on the beach.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You nothing sign and see, yeah, bro.
That's what I talk about. You know.
And yet here we are in this country. If sign and see could have helped.
That's right.
What? We got a call on the line. Caller, welcome to Love Jones. Weigh in. What's going on? What you thinking about this break situation?
Hi, go soldier.
Oh,
Hey,
you
what's
saying,
up,
bro?
What's going on?
Everything cool.
Yeah, man. What's good?
Everything cool. Yeah, the whole thing about distance make the heart grow fonder, right?
Mm-hmm.
That applies in dating stages. You know, you got your first year, you lovey-dovey and all that stuff like that. So, you know, the time you spend away from each other, you're missing each other, you want to talk with each other, you want to spend time with each other. But when you're in a marriage situation, like, okay, in Mikey's case, Mikey, he's married, seems to be happily married. And, you know, he go on his trips to Panama and stuff like that on business and stuff like that. So therefore, you know, you're away from your wife. And so now, yeah, you're going to be missing each other and everything like that. You can't wait to see each other, can't wait to see the kids and everything like that. But when again, where you are having discord in your marriage, where you're having arguments, where you're having disagreements, where things aren't meeting up, when you're not seeing eye to eye and everything like that, and then you say, oh, you know what, I think we need a break. I think we need to take some time away from each other to see if this is what we want. Listen, when you don't come with that one name over. Because the thing about it is, it's like, it ain't really there no more.
Right.
If you want to be out of the house, y'all there?
Yeah, man, we listening.
I think not, because Panama ain't the place to go when you're on break.
We listening.
But you know, so it's like you know, you want to take a break and everything like that. My thing is, if you want to take a break, all right, let's sleep in separate rooms. You know, let's try to find a different way to approach it.
Yeah.
But when you talk about leaving the marital home and going elsewhere,
Bring it on,
this
Brown.
leaves the door wide open for anything to happen.
Agreed.
For anything to happen, and so
And it
so
usually
the thing
does.
about it, and then what happens too is, when you and that person, when you're not communicating on a regular basis, because my thing is, if you say you're gonna separate, right? You all go to different places. If I ain't hearing from you on a daily basis, if I trying to call you and you ain't talking to me or anything like that, or you don't even make an effort to call and say, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Just checking in on you. Think, you know, that you know what? This person ain't even checking. I mean, we've been apart for weeks or months or whatever, and the only time you call me is when it's time to give money for the kids.
Yeah, the finances. Yep.
You know, that right there, that shows you clearly where that person's head is at. It's not about you, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't in this no more. I just need money to pay for the kids.
Yeah.
Pat, if you see the look on D's face while you talking.
No, but it's true. You just become a piggy bank at that point. That's what it is.
Yes, it's a lot of things that I want to say on the radio, but I can't.
Yeah.
You know, some words I want to use right now, but I can't.
We'll save that for chatter. Yes.
But that's the case. Distance makes the heart grow fonder in dating stages. When you are going through trouble in your marriage, distance
That's the
only
worst
push
thing.
you further away.
Agreed.
Further away. So when and the thing is, when you talk about take, just like D say, there's no such thing as breaks.
No, that's what I say. D say break,
you
break,
say
and
that.
more break.
D didn't say that.
No, that's me.
No.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, when you're in a marriage, there's no such thing as breaks. Like Candy said, you know, you can't look at the kids and say, boy, look at Lil, you know what's running.
Right.
You know what, I think I can take a break from y'all. Yeah, police will be on your doorstep quick. You can't take a break. You can't take a break from your children.
Agreed.
You know, so when you go into that that vow or that agreement to say till death do us part, you're supposed to be there till death do us part. Whatever, for better or worse, is there for a reason. When you go through your worst time, you are a team. You only as strong as your weakest link. And so when one person given 100%, and then the next person only given even 50%, you know, it don't work. You got to be willing to say, okay, you know what? Yeah, we have these problems. We can work on these problems together, because two heads are better than one.
All the time.
You know.
Agreed, Pat. Appreciate
So
it.
anyways, it's 12 o'clock, so you also don't gotta go.
All right,
Talk to you
man.
later.
Thanks for weighing
Yeah,
in. All
All
right.
right.
See, that's what I'm saying. You know, in a relationship, in any situation, once you say or you open that door to say break, I think it lays out a dangerous roadmap for what the rest of is going to look like. I think in a way that's what's created a lot of the issues that we've got now. Back in the day, there was no such thing as break. When mama them was having issues and things like that, but we gotta thug it out and we gotta work it out. And if we can't thug it out and work it out, then we don't need to be together, because that's what this teamwork is all about. And if we can't no longer do that together, then let's just not be together. But to say I can take a sabbatical, you no, you don't get to. No. The person says, I agree with Pat. For me, out of sight is out of mind. If you leave me, trust, I'm moving on. And unfortunately, that's what happens. Either the other person that you take a break from is going to see it as you're not fully invested, and then they start shopping around, looking around. Other people on the outside that see, hey, as a husband or a wife, you've moved out, you left your husband. Women now look at him and say, well, this woman ain't serious. And all the sharks, they blood in the water now. I telling you, because if a woman's interested in you and your wife moves out of your marital home, or say, I taking a break from my husband. A what? This good juicy man? Hey, you all right? You hungry? You want some cornbread? Like, that, you know what I'm saying? The same thing for a woman. Your husband did, or he's needing to take a break. Men see that as, this dude ain't serious with this woman, whatever it is. And the perceptions of other people, whether it's the two of you in the relationship or outside, it's going to affect, and most of the time adversely, your relationship. So you got to take all these things into consideration when you consider this break situation.
Yeah.
So the 3 votes, let's go ahead and cast those right quick so we could get off air. All those who say it's possible, or it is pliable, or it's even a good idea to take a break when in a marriage, first and foremost. Yay or nay? I have to say nay.
I say nay.
I say no too. Why you look at me?
No. Okay, I was going to answer my seat. Let me go back.
All right. So when in a committed relationship, is the option still also available if you're in a committed relationship and not a marriage?
I feel as though the option is still there because, like I said, I mean, that's not a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relationship committed. Nonetheless, it's still a relationship. So you still have the option to choose that you want to be with someone else.
Right.
So you still could use that space to think and figure things out.
So for you, it's nay. Mike?
No, you say,
No, Mike, I say
yay.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say yay because I think it's the opportunity to figure out, because once you get in that marriage, you know,
Options
There
are
is no
gone.
the
break.
option isn't there. So I'm saying I would go with yay because that's the opportune time. If you're in a committed relationship and you need to take a break to figure whether you actually want to get married to this person or not, it's probably a good time to do that.
For me, it's a little bit
It's still
rough.
me.
The only reason why I say nay is because for me, a relationship is kind of like I said,
A precursor.
It's a precursor to what you want. And if you're at a place where you're in a relationship and committed as such, and you're questioning the reasons why you're together, you're questioning if this person is even who you want to be with, you're questioning, is this person the support system that you need, and can you be the support system for them? Then perhaps in your mind, it's more than a break that you want. But most people aren't courageous enough to say, I just want out of this situation. They would say break, but what you really mean is I need out. So why not just face that anyway and break it off? And if you choose to come back and say to this person, listen, I had time, we weren't together, and it was the most miserable that I was. I realized what I'm missing out on. The option is still there. It ain't like they dropping off the face of the earth. But to say that you're trying to leave that door open for the possibilities of coming back, I don't know. The door may be slammed to you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm
That,
saying?
that's the time to take that break.
I
though,
agree,
to
and I'm
figure
not
it out.
saying
You
that,
see
but what I'm saying is, for a lot of people, the way that they see it, and I think how much time that you've been together or how serious you take the relationship may be different from how someone else sees it. You may be fully in and you see it leading somewhere else, and this person is like, whoa, I need to pump brakes because you're going a little bit too fast. And so even if you take a break and you come back, I'm still where you left me. I'm still on that fast track to where I want to be, and you're still kind of teeter-tottering. Why? It makes no sense because we are not on the same path. So why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? If you're dating or you're in a relationship to go nowhere, then it's pointless. It's like you riding on a bike that is bolted to the floor and you pedaling for all your life and you ain't going nowhere. That's what a relationship is that has no future. You pedaling with damn nowhere to go. I ain't into that way. I ain't into that. Now, if I cycling to lose a couple pounds, that's different. Then this best is bolted because once I get into the desert, I can park it. So what I'm saying is, if there's no purpose, but even that, if it's bolted and I'm purposefully trying to lose weight, it's a purpose. But if I'm pedaling with nowhere to go, I'm wasting your time as well as mine. When you could actually be in it with someone else, that you could be pedaling off into the sunset. That's what I'm saying. So make up your mind whether it's actually a break you want or a breakup you want. And be real about what it is that you need and say that so a person knows exactly where they stand as far as you're concerned, and you know where you stand as far as they're concerned. But don't break up to make up because, this ain't the man. I on that run, sir. Anyhow.
I still with you though.
Me too.
Yeah. Y'all. Well, like you didn't see, that's why I can't date any of y'all. That's it for us. We're gone.
You want me and Nate? You gotta marry me.
Nate, what you saying? I look like I need a fluffy teddy bear in my life because these two on, they joking. I gotta go. We gotta go. It's been a pleasure, but consider it. It's food for thought. Do you need a break or do you need a breakup? How do you view your commitment within your relationship and your marriage? And how much is too much before you give all of yourself and there's nothing left? And what you have left is so weak that you end up breaking yourself in your own stride. These are the things that we've been talking about today. It's been a great edition of Love Jones. Continue to be a part of our conversation. Website, Facebook page, become a friend, as well as continue to text and WhatsApp at 431-8497. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, Nate, for being our number one production guy. And as always, in conjunction to say bye for all of we
can take a break.
Bye, Kaya. And I can say, we can link. Don't go back. Let the good Lord hit ya.
You've been listening to Love Jones. Catch it weekdays at 11 a.m. on The Candy Shop. See you next time.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily